Playn.site, when black box becomes fiduciary exposure. In October 2025, Elton John, Thom Yorke, Paul McCartney, and other prominent British songwriters formally challenged PRS for music over the handling of so-called black box royalties, unmatched and undistributed income within collective systems. Their concern was not artistic, it was structural. They questioned transparency. They questioned allocation methodology. They questioned administrative treatment of funds that could not be definitively matched to rights holders. If in EU, this debate would not be occurring in an unregulated environment. Under the EU Collective Rights Management Directive, collective management organizations operate under fiduciary obligations. They are required to act in the best interests of rights holders, ensure diligence in royalty management, and maintain transparent and accurate documentation. In that legal context, persistent unmatched royalty pools are not merely operational inconveniences. They become governance questions. When documentation is insufficient to allocate collected income, the issue is no longer technological scarcity, because the technology to improve identification and auditability exists. If preventable opacity continues despite available tools, the conversation shifts from legacy complexity to fiduciary responsibility. That is the inflection point. Playn.site is built precisely at that threshold. It introduces independent audio-based identification, cryptographic timestamping, and audit-ready evidence chains anchored in EU legal standards of transparency and provenance. Not to point fingers, but simply to make compliance measurable. When ownership becomes independently verifiable, unmatched pools shrink. When provenance becomes auditable, allocation decisions become defensible. And when documentation becomes infrastructure, opacity ceases to be structurally protected. In a regulated European legal order, preventable ambiguity is not neutral. It is exposure, and it is wrong. Playn.site converts ambiguity into evidence, and evidence realigns fiduciary accountability with economic reality.